Hello, my name is Sarim Bhatti. My final project is Amazon Kinesis at the Harvard University Extension School for class CSCIE 90 Cloud Computing. The outline of my presentation is that first of all, I'm going to talk about what is Amazon Kinesis. After that, I will discuss the high-level architecture for Amazon Kinesis, and then I'll talk about the benefits of using Amazon Kinesis. Then we'll talk about the Amazon Kinesis size and limitations before talking about the pricing. And then I'll go ahead and show you my demo where basically I'm creating a stream and then submitting messages to it and then retrieving those messages. And lastly, I will discuss some limitations, disadvantages, or complexities that I faced while doing this project. So let's begin with talking about what is Amazon Kinesis. So Amazon Kinesis is an AWS product that is used for processing or analyzing large amount of data through streaming, and specializes in visualizing that data. The thing that gives Amazon Kinesis an edge over a lot of the other rivalry products is that Kinesis has the ability to get enormous amount of data per second, and then have that data available to the users for reviewing purposes or to make sound business decisions in certain cases. Some of the potential candidates for Amazon Kinesis are Facebook, Twitter, large databases and big corporations, Google, Amazon, and eBay. So these are, some of them already use some of the Amazon Kinesis products, but this is just to show you we're talking about large amount of data, enormous amount of records coming in per second, per minute, by the hour. Okay, so here are the benefits of using Amazon Kinesis. Accelerated log and data feed intake and processing. So basically, Amazon Kinesis can retrieve hundreds and thousands of records and get that data ready for processing. The second one is real-time metrics and reporting. So taking that large amount of data and then making reports out of it can be done within minutes. And if you want to take that data and make it more visualized, the real-time data analytics can be really handy. It can take the data, create the dashboards. Within seconds, you'll have updated data, and you can pretty much be able to make the best decisions by looking at the data. And lastly, complex stream processing. Basically, reduce the complexity that used to be there when handling large amount of data. This is the high-level architecture of Amazon Kinesis. On the left, we have the producers, which are the clients that enter the data into the Kinesis stream. Within the Kinesis, we have shards, and a shard is basically a unique group that stores the data records. And then from here, to retrieve the data, we have the consumers that pulls the data out of the shard and then stores that data on various Amazon applications. And then in order for us to visualize that data, we retrieve the information from these applications so that we can have the end product, which is to be able to visualize that data and figure out the trends. Amazon Kinesis sizes and limits. The default shard per stream that you get when you create a stream in North America and the European countries is 50 shards. Outside these regions, the default shard size is 25 shards per stream. The retention period is 24 hours and up to 7 days, but 24 hours is by default. If you want 7 days, you have to specifically specify when creating a stream, and that costs extra. Maximum size of the data block is 1 megabyte. Create stream, delete stream, and list streams can provide up to 5 transactions per second. So that's actually one of the disadvantages, a little bit of a disadvantage, that big companies would like to see a big number over here rather than 5. Get shard iterator can provide up to 5 transactions per second. That's another thing. Most companies would like to see that number around 10. Get records can retrieve 10 megabytes of data per second. That's pretty good. Shard can support up to 5 transactions per second and offers maximum read rate of 2 megabytes per second. Each shard can support up to 1,000 records per second. So this kind of tells you that that although there are some limitations, but in most cases for most companies this will work just fine. This slide shows the pricing of using shards. So as you can see here, shard per hour, 1 megabyte per second ingress is 1.5 penny. And then to use payload units, per 1 million units, it's a little less than 1.5 penny. And then, like I was mentioning earlier, that if you're to change your retention default from 1 day to 7 days, then it costs 2 pennies. So these numbers at this stage don't look that big, but when you're talking about enormous amount of data, thousands and millions of records, then these numbers, this price can jump up pretty quickly. So so that's why you'll see in my demo that I'm using minimum amount of data to demonstrate the Amazon Kinesis stream, because I didn't want to get charged a lot. Okay, so let's talk about my demo. So basically, I kept the demo to a very simple prototype to basically demonstrate how information is submitted into a Kinesis stream, and then a consumer pulls that information. So as you can see, I in this little diagram process flow, you see that here's my message. I'm using producer to submit the message into the shard, and then I'll use a consumer code to retrieve that message. And so basically in my demo, I'll walk you through my demo, but I'm mainly using JavaScript to do these processes. Okay, so the first thing to do the demo I needed to do was to create a stream, and I used the AWS CLI commands to create the stream. You can also create the stream using the AWS console. Anyway, so as you can see over here that this is the code or the API command to create the stream. I'm saying I'm only utilizing 1 shard because I don't want to get charged a lot, and then the name of my stream is final stream. So once I run this command, my stream is created, and then I'm describing my stream. I want to see my shard number, my sequence number, range, and then I want to confirm that my stream has been made. So by running Kinesis list dash streams, you'll see the name of your stream. Pretty simple. Okay. And on this slide, most of all my code will be included in my submittal, but like I mentioned earlier, that I'm using JavaScript to write all my code. So this is a screenshot from the send message file that I created. So this is the message I'm trying to send it to the shard, and it's hi. This is Sarimbati. Have a great holiday. Okay, so this snapshot is from the from the producer perspective, where the producer is sending the information received from the message file and sending it into the shard. So as you can see, I put these little checks and balances in the code so that I know what's happening, what's working, what's not working. So as you can see that the code is working. It's saying text message has been sent to the stream, successfully put record partition key, shard ID, and then the sequence number. So that means that the information was sent on shard, and it's sitting in the stream in the one shard that we have. And then lastly, we would like to pull the information, retrieve the information using consumer file or consumer script from the stream. So as you can see here, this snapshot shows that the code worked. The record was sent on the shard, and then using the consumer code, the message came out correctly. Hi, this is Arundhati. Have a great holiday. So most of my stuff is done in the JavaScript, so I will be including those files into the into my final submittal. Okay. Okay. So lastly, I would like to talk about some recommendations, some complexities that I faced, and then also some disadvantages that I noticed in Kinesis, and I also found out during my research. So the first one is that high level of engineering is required to set up a full project using Kinesis. So with so if I had the skills to create GUIs, I would have created one where I would like maybe write an email rather than just in my demo, like I just wrote submitted it into a variable or a string. I would have created a GUI. I'm not technically that savvy, so unfortunately I couldn't, and I didn't have enough time. So yeah, if um, here are some of my recommendations and some things that I found during my research. The first thing is that if when doing a full project, um, you need to have a lot of skill sets. So for example, to create GUIs, you need people who can develop GUI projects or can create good front-end interfaces. The second one is due to cost issues, I did not process a lot of data, as you probably noticed earlier that I only used one shard. But when you're using a lot of data, the cost can go up pretty quickly. And then the one of the disadvantages that a lot of people talked about is having the data in retention period for 24 hours, and if you go to 7 days, it costs extra, and even 7 days, according to some big corporations isn't good enough. And then so that's it. That's all I have for today. Thank you very much for listening and have a great break. Thank you. Bye.